Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica with Memory Box Candle Co. And I make videos all about the journey of starting a candle business. And today's video topic is going to be all about Etsy and why I have chosen to get back on Etsy after all these years. So if you are new to the channel or you just don't know, I actually got started on Etsy. So I had an Etsy shop. That's pretty much when I launched Memory Box Candle Co. was through an Etsy shop, and that was back in March of 2020. And then exactly a year into my business, so Memory Box Candle Co.'s 1-year anniversary, I actually switched everything over to a Shopify store and I took everything off of Etsy. I was thinking, you could only have one or the other. At the time, I was thinking, yeah, you can only have either Etsy shop or Shopify. It's not really going to work if you're having two of them. And I don't know, there probably was at the time an integration app that could have done it. And I think actually about a year ago or so, I tried an integration app, and for some reason, it just wasn't really working properly, or it wasn't really what I was wanting. But recently, I decided, I'm like, you know what? I know a goal for 2024 is going to be getting back on Etsy, because I really do think that having your products in multiple different places, or basically as many different places as possible, is a very positive thing for you and your business, because the more chances of different eyes seeing your product. I've also been looking into TikTok Shop as well. I can't lie, watching Tiana talk about TikTok Shop and all of her orders that she's getting definitely makes me want to look into that a little bit more and see about, seeing if I could go that route. I'm not a huge TikToker. I don't really like it, but if I do use it, it is just strictly for business purposes, and I tell myself to not even get caught up in the main screen and scroll. It's just there for business purposes for me. Otherwise, I just lose all track of my brain power. Hi, it's me, just interrupting this video to let you know that if you are somebody who is wanting to get started with your own candle business, but you're confused and intimidated by the shipping process, I do have an entire course on this topic called Mastering Shipping that teaches you exactly how to choose your boxes, determine the best and cheapest shipping method for each unique order, and how to set shipping prices that won't scare your customer away or make you lose out on profits. If this is something you're struggling with, I will have a link to the course in the description box below. So ever since 1 year into business, I've had a Shopify store. So memoryboxcandleco.com is run through Shopify. And again, I took all the products off of Etsy. Wish I had never done that. Wish I had just left everything up. I don't know how many more sales we would have gotten if I would have just left everything up, but it is what it is, and I can only move forward from here. I'll actually open up a screen recording so that you guys are able to see what I'm looking at right now. So the app itself is called Etsy Integration and Sync DPL. I think that there are a couple different integration apps that you can use, but what I liked about this was that I am able to keep the inventory on Shopify. So basically I'm taking my Shopify products and I'm adding it into Etsy and integrating it. So Shopify is kind of the starting point, and Etsy is kind of like the secondary website to everything. So what I did was I created a category of just candles. I just wanted to try out just putting candles on there and not trying to do any like wax melts or room sprays or anything like that. So I just did that, and I was able to upload all of those onto my Etsy shop. So right now I have 31 products on there, although I think I still have some in the draft that I'm trying to go through and add that on. So I have that on there, and let me go over to my Etsy shop. So here's my Etsy shop, and as you can see, at the time, I had over 1,000 sales on Etsy in my first year in business, which is crazy. And why would I take the products off of Etsy? I still am so wanting to go back and have a talk with my previous self at the time back in 2021. So let me go to listings. So listings, these are everything that I have available right now. So basically what it does is it's able to take all of your photos, the title of your products, any tags that you have, stuff like that, your description. The only thing that I have found, and this is actually a good example of this, I'll show you in a moment. So the only thing that I found, and I don't know if this is just a little glitch with the integration, is the, so for instance, let me show you what it looks like on here. So this is my title that I created on here, but on my website, Memory Box Candle Co., it's just honey and spice pear candle. That's all the title is. So I removed the candle and I added in this title right here to, be able to have more of SEO and keyword titles for Etsy. But what happens, and this has happened a couple times, is it kind of reverts back to what it looks like when it's first transported in. So as you can see, I like to crop the pictures to be a square for Etsy, and this left it as the same images on Shopify. And I also have these, which I have been wanting to delete off of Shopify in general and just keep these ones on here. But then I have to go back in here and I have to recrop everything. And I've done this a couple times on a few of the different scents. So I don't know if there's, again, just a weird glitch that's going on with it or not. But that's the only thing that I have kind of found that has been kind of an issue with the integration. But other than that, we actually got our first sale on Etsy, which was really, really cool. And what it does, and this was how I decided to set it up with this integration app, is that any sale that I get on Etsy, it goes in as a Shopify sale essentially. So when looking into it, the money is in Etsy, but the fulfillment is through Shopify. So when I look at how much money I have, so if I go to maybe finances, so this is what it's showing me. So I've had one sale, it's a small candle. I was really excited when that went through because again, having your products in a different platform was able to get that sale that I would have otherwise not have gotten. All these fees right here that you're seeing is a lot of listing fees because I've been listing all the products and it's 20 cents a listing. And then there's the transaction fees and then the processing fees, which is through that sale. And I know what you're going to say, Etsy fees are a thing. Shopify fees are a thing. There are fees, on Fair. We go through fees all the time. So when it comes to doing business, if you are not driving 100% of your traffic to 100% of your own website that you created from scratch, you're going to end up paying some kind of fee because it's kind of the convenience of having another marketplace bring you customers in. So it is what it is. So right now I have $11.21 sitting there, which is cool. And those are pretty much going to go towards listing fees until I can start getting more traction on Etsy. So my main goal when it comes to Etsy is really, really working on the listings, kind of like what I did for Fair. So really putting a lot of effort into each and every listing. And right now, I will say it's not up to the standard that I want it to be. So for instance, clicking on this one right here. So I only have 2 different photos. I would ideally love to have a video with every listing. I think that videos are very underrated when it comes to selling. And that's one thing that I actually really liked about looking into TikTok Shop is that you can kind of sell through a video kind of. And I think that that is going to be the future of selling. I really do. I think that there is going to need to be a video of some kind with what you are selling instead of just a photo. Now, photos are extremely, extremely important, but I do think that videos are actually going to do a bit more for the listing itself. So as of right now, I just have one photo for each of the sizes. I have a pretty basic description, which I do want to bump up because on my Shopify website, I can add more pages and stuff, more frequently asked questions. On Etsy, you kind of just have one blurb on the side that's all just kind of the description. And I know that I need to make that a little bit better. Now, what's interesting about the integration with the app is this part right here, is that the price and the quantity, it's all automatic. So as you can see, let me go back over here. This is not typical. This ET-477, this is all how it's connected to the integration. So the prices, how much is in stock, everything is going to go based on Shopify's numbers. So none of that is what I input into Etsy myself. It's all automatic through the integration, which I love so much. It makes it so much nicer to not have to constantly keep up with what is sold on Shopify and then go and update it on Etsy. It's just all through whatever Shopify's numbers are. And then right here, you can pick the photo for whichever size, if you have multiple different sizes. These are some tags that I threw on there. And then also I do free shipping, so I have free shipping on here. Now, I don't worry too much about inputting anything about the item size or anything for shipping because, again, it's free shipping and I just have everything. I'm so used to that and used to the prices on my Shopify store and how everything happens like that. So this is what I'm working on and making sure that I can really bump up my Etsy and Etsy listings and SEO and really kind of start getting ranked. I mean, I know that, I did pretty well at the beginning, and I'm hoping that maybe a little bit of that can help me push and boost myself a little bit higher up in the search results, just because I do have that history of having all the sales, and I know that is going to help a lot. So I'm going to work on getting all the products on Etsy and making sure that I can make the listings just as good as I possibly can to try to increase more sales for 2024. But that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in today's video, but I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you on Etsy? Do you have both an Etsy shop and your own website? Are you boycotting Etsy? I know that a lot of people are just kind of staying away from Etsy altogether because sometimes these marketplaces do crazy things and it makes people upset, and I totally get it. I went through that a lot with eBay way back in the day, so I totally get that. But I would love to hear your thoughts down below. I do have some videos planned that I am wanting to create and get out, including, goals for 2024. I also want to talk about how we're going to be doing a price increase and our very first ever price increase and how we're going about doing that. Maybe even talking about, some advice for starting a business in the new year, all that kind of stuff. So these are all video topics that I have planned, as well as I am working and trying to finish my How to Start a Candle Business ebook that I'm hoping is going to be available at the beginning of the new year as well. But with that, I'm going to end today's video right here. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave it a big thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at MemoryBoxCandleCo, and I will see you in my next video.